Hello, Steemians, and welcome back to another one of my installments on Steemit Essentials. This one, we're going to be focusing on Steam World and all the cool things that it provides for users. I do these videos and these posts so I can help explain people how I grow my account. I'm by no means the biggest expert on the matter, but I do grow my account every week, and I've been doing it without substantial amounts of investment of my own money. I'm doing it with utilizing some of these tools and taking advantage of what the Steemit platform has to offer. So Steemit has a bunch of different resources. I've talked about them in the past. Just to recap, I use the GinaBot, and so I'll bring that up here. So I use the GinaBot. This is one of the tools I have running all the time when I'm on Steemit. And I also run Discord on my phone. I have the app, so I get my GinaBot notifications there. In addition, like I've talked about in the past, I use Steam Supply. It is always open on my desktop as well. And then lastly, this Steam World that I've came across about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and I've been doing some research on how to fully utilize it. So I brought that up here, and so I want to talk a little bit about it. It is developed by a guy named Steam Chiller, and for all reports, he's a pretty cool guy. Pretty chill guy, maybe, and very supportive of the community. He doesn't post a lot, but he does. I highly recommend giving him a follow and take a look at some of the stuff that he's doing. But he's created a really all-inclusive type resource here. There's a lot that you can do with Steam World, and I wanted to first point out that it's steamworld.org forward slash or backslash your Steemit handle. So it's steamworld.org, not steamworld.com or some other variant. So you can go there, add in your handle, and it's going to bring up a bunch of information about your account. So let's talk about those things. And I'll try to do this quickly because there's a lot going on here. So feel free to pause the video and feel free to read along on my blog post so that you don't necessarily have to listen to the video at all. So currently, this is my voting power. It pops up right away, shows what my vote is worth. This is accurate and really cool tool. It shows if I voted 100% right now, my vote's going to be worth a 1.05 STU. If it was 1%, it'd be about 1 cent. So that's a pretty cool thing. Other thing, it tells me about rewards that I've gotten today, and not just author rewards, but my curation SP awards. So for today and for the past 5 days. And so that's pretty cool. It gives you approximate value in dollars. I'm more concerned about SBD and SP. So these numbers mean a lot more to me than the dollar amount. So that's the first thing. Next thing, you have this section. It's called your feed section, and this probably has the most going on in it out of all the sections of SteamWorld. And some of the things that I like best about the feed section and the tons of info it provides is one is that you can simulate your SP. So this is my current SP amount, but let's say I want to see what would my stuff be worth if I had 10,000 SP. Then it shows what my voting value would be, and it also gives some information later on down the road. But I can restore this right back. But you can also, I can see what's going to happen when the Steam power that I'm leasing. What would happen if I didn't renew any of those leases? I could just type in what my base is, and I can see what my votes are going to be. So this also tells me when I'm going to be at 100%. So approximately 11 hours 53 minutes, I will be back to 100%. So very cool. Followers, how many people are following me, how many I'm following, my reputation, and it gives you in decimals so you can kind of see when you're getting ready to hop over the next level. I just broke the 60 threshold yesterday, so I'm pretty excited about that. Talks about how many posts and how many comments. So it breaks that down. So here's one other thing that I think is really cool is uh, you have this incoming votes. Um, and what this does is it's going to show who votes for you. You can do this by weight, by the amount. So, and it gives you a cool little pie chart. Tells you how much. So you see, I do buy upvotes, especially from Build-A-Well and Minnow Booster, and so it just shows my incoming votes, what those values are. Curator, of course, is a big supporter of mine because I'm a big supporter of them. But also, you know, you can sort this by counts and see who upvotes you the most. So downvotes, you can take a look at that also. I don't have any downvotes, but in case you're curious about those downvotes, you can do that. Then outvoting, you can see who you are voting for. So no surprise here, 60% or close to it of all of my votes go to me. If that shocks you, it shouldn't. That's kind of one of the best ways to grow your account. It's not kind of, it is one of the best ways to grow your account. No one is going to be a bigger fan of you than you. Keep that in mind. So this just shows other people that I'm supporting based on weight, and you'll notice that I support quite a few people, many of them regularly, but I can sort this by count also. And you can see after you get past voting for myself, some of the people that I vote for very commonly. So this is a really cool tool, so you can figure out what's coming in, what's going out. So check your activity. Next section that we'll look at here is the balances. This gives some balances. To be honest, this isn't very interesting to me. I know what my account value is at. I don't really care about how many vesting, million vests I have. If I get down to where I'm leasing more steam power or whatnot, I mean, I might take a look at this, but in general, it's not too valuable for me. General data is much the same. Account details. This is kind of cool. If you wanted to go in and change some of your account details, like my name and my location, things like that, you can do it on here. So that's kind of cool. It also shows what witnesses that you have voted for. So I vote for all my own witnesses. But if you don't, I suggest having a proxy and having somebody upvote some witnesses. Find some people you trust and proxy them your vote. But some other cool things, followers, and excuse me there. So you can search your followers. So mine's loading right now. And then on here, I have some new followers. And some of these folks in particular, I just recently found some of their articles and I commented and upvoted, and they followed me back, so that was nice. So I'm going to do the same. So I can go right here, click on follow, and I can follow them back. SteamWorld is going to ask you for your posting key in order to do this. So be prepared that you will have to give up your posting key to do this, but anyways, it's a cool tool, so I'm just going to follow some of these folks back real quick, and I'll come back to this later and do some more. But a lot of these people are the people that I commented on their posts earlier today. Mentions. You can do the same thing here. You got mentions. Every time that you're mentioned, I get mentioned a lot recently because of the Pay It Forward contest, but every time you're mentioned, you can go back and see all the times you're mentioned. To me, not so valuable because I use GinaBot, and GinaBot tells me all the times that people mention me. So there's some other stuff in here. I don't use any of it. You can check it out, see if you think it's interesting or useful, but for me, these are the most important things under the account operations. So, or under the feed. Under account operations, which is the next one, you have another fairly cool tool. You can see what's happened on your account all today. You can just kind of scroll through. Lots of things are happening on my account. And and you can set some filters to it as well. So in addition to the day, you can change your filters here. I can do incoming only, I can do in and out. Um, I can change, so I just want to see, maybe I just want to see all the comments for today. And it will go ahead and sort those, and I'll see all the amount of comments that I have and from who, and then all the comments that I've made. So the arrow shows you which way the comments are going, incoming or outgoing. But another cool thing, I could just look at my rewards for the day, and it'll bring it up, and it just shows all my curation and author rewards that have been rolling in all day long. And if you're building your account and doing some things I suggest, you should have lots of these rolling in every single day. They're small, many of them, but they add up. So right now I'll just set it back to all, and so it'll show all my activity. But you can also hide certain things. You could hide curation rewards or producer rewards. I don't use witness related or benefactor rewards, so I don't have that highlighted. So this is another pretty cool function. So we'll go ahead and reduce that. Recent posts, pretty simple. Tells you what you posted lately and shows the income and value. So I work really hard with this Pay It Forward contest. So I wrote a post and I try to promote it really well so that more people would come to the Pay It Forward contest. So I invested a lot of money in upvotes. That's why you see the large figure there. But you'll notice most of my posts are usually around the $25 to $35 range. So, but you can show more results. Go further back if you like. Coming author rewards. This one's kind of cool, and my friend Lynn Coyle one, she was super helpful in giving me some ideas on how to best utilize SteamWorld and what she uses it for and why she likes it so much. We had a debate about whether or not GinaBot was cooler than SteamWorld, and she thinks SteamWorld's number one, and I think GinaBot's number one. But she gave me a lot of reasons why, and one of the reasons that she gave is when you look at posts, you can get a cool little pie chart. So I'm going to click on this pie chart next to one of my posts, and it shows who voted on that post and for how much. So this is one of the Steemit Essentials articles I wrote about Curator, and you see, so there's my Build-A-Well upvote I paid for, and then Curator, and some of my benefactors. Ripper One's a great guy with a fairly large account, and he supports me fairly regularly. So if he's watching, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. But here are some of the other people. Of course, you see my vote from myself, and well, many other people voted, and so it was a cool post. I hope it was really helpful. I hope this one's just as helpful. But the pie charts are kind of cool. It just shows, what went into you getting that payout that's coming. You can hit the refresh button, and then that's going to bring up the latest. It also gives you a total. So I have about 320 STU that will be coming. And that's about 0.043% of the total reward fund. So I am a very small fish in the total scheme of Steemit. So the last one is the tools. I have to be honest with you. Yeah, I see they have the tools. I can't get them ever to work. I tried this earlier before I started doing this video. The account voting thing, I can't get it to work. I don't know how. I'm not sure it's so useful anyways. Delegation history, don't really need it. Manual voting, if you want to vote on something, you can do it from here. But to be honest with you, I do my voting right there on the Steemit platform. So although maybe some people think this is useful, for me it's not so much. And then, of course, there's an upcoming search function. I'm very excited to hear about what's going to happen when this comes, because searching for specific data I think is really, really useful in managing your Steam count. And I like great reports. I love colorful, easy to read reports. I love information. I love to try to break it down and see if what I'm doing on Steemit is actually profitable, or if I'm making good decisions or bad decisions. And I like to track it, and then I like to share my results with you guys and see what's useful. So that's about it for SteamWorld. I suggest you check it out. Again, huge thanks to @SteamChiller for putting this all together, and huge thanks to Lynn Coyle. Give her a follow. She's a fellow judge on the Pay It Forward contest with me, and we really have been working hard on the Pay It Forward contest. It's starting to really pay off, getting lots of entries, and so pay her a visit, check out some of her other posts, and say hi to her on the Pay It Forward contest. But you can always comment, upvote, and re-steam this post, and if you have additional questions, please put them in the comments. If I didn't answer your question, chances are that somebody else will probably have that question also. So, please throw them up there, and I'll do my best to answer. And if I can't answer it, then I'll do my best to go find an answer for you. And all the best to you, and we'll see you next time.